Hi, we're here with Mary Angela Miller, and she is the Administrative Director of Ohio State University Medical Center. Mary, tell us a little bit about your role at Ohio State. Yes.
Well, I'm the Administrative Director, and that includes Food and Nutrition Services. Ohio State's actually one of the top 20 medical centers in the country in terms of the quality of care we deliver. And the medical center is on the campus of the largest campus in the country. So we, in food services, primarily take care of our own staff and all of our patients.
And can you talk a little bit about the food and nutrition and the services that you provide?
Well, of course, when you think of healthcare food, you think of patients. We feed every day about 800 to 900 patients. But even given that volume, most of what we do is retail, and people don't think about that.
In the last couple of years, I mean, maybe in the last 10 years, what you do, basically hospital food service has gotten a huge bump up. I mean, the reputation has made huge strides.
We've really focused, I think we have. We've really focused on the culinary piece of it, and we've really focused on delivering good value to our worker. We're the ones who take care of the healthcare worker. And you think about that group, they get 30 minutes to eat every day. 4 of it, they have to run down to the cafe. 4 minutes more, they have to get through the line and get something to eat. 4 minutes more it takes them to get back up. So that's 18 minutes that they really have to feed something. And we take that on as our responsibility to make sure they can do that and enjoy it, and they can get back to work and feel that they took care of themselves in one small way today.
So when you started in the business, was it sort of the Jell-O era? You know, because I always think of, whenever I would visit people in the hospital as a kid, there was always Jell-O, and it's come so much further than that. What was it like when you first started?
Well, I'd like to tell you you're very observant, because we did serve lots of Jell-O, but think of our demographic. We still do serve quite a bit of Jell-O, but we have everything else too. One of the things that we really focus on today is the health part. We hear so much about healthy food in retail. Well, they expect more in us in healthcare to deliver that, I think, than anybody else. One of the challenges we have, though, is that our staff's favorite food is chicken fingers, too, and those are fried chicken fingers. So we really, really have to work with that in terms of giving our older and sicker patients the Jell-O they want, giving our young workers the food they want that's healthy, but doing it in a way that we can do that for, 4,000 or 5,000 meals on any given day.
And you're really at the forefront of this whole healthcare. I mean, you're right in the thick of it. What's your observations about all this?
Well, we are working hard to get ready for healthcare reform. In addition to the things that we're doing ourselves in feeding patients, we also try and say, we do that really well. What do we need to go to, or who do we need to partner with to take care of all of the things we need to do? So we'll have we have a Wendy's that'll serve people at night. I have outdoor food carts long before they became the trend. And what I found is it's not only the good food they provide, but being able to move them around, because we are building massively. We've got a $1.4 billion building project going on to get ready for healthcare reform. And if we couldn't change and move and take care of that every day, then no one would get fed.
And what are the biggest challenges in your segment, the healthcare segment?
I think it's trying to be the leaders on healthy, good food. We have one unique advantage, though, that I see that most other retail places don't. I'm a registered dietitian. I've been very involved with the Association for Healthcare Food Service, and we have about 30 to 50 registered dietitians on staff. So I have a brain trust that can help me figure out what's healthy, how to translate that into good food. And so for me, that's a big challenge, but it's one it's a no-brainer, because we have the talent on site to do that.
And you've been with Ohio State for almost 2 decades. So how much have you learned about healthcare over I mean, you're basically a food service person, but you need to know the healthcare business too. So how did you learn all that?
That's pretty interesting, because one of the things you find in healthcare is you've got people who are very, very good at one thing, such as if it's your brain surgeon, you want him to be excellent at brain surgery. When you work in food service, you get to be good at a lot of different things, and that has really helped me take on other contracts and other business for the medical center, because you're not just focused on one thing, you're focusing on a whole scope of services. So consequently, I've moved into a lot of other outpatient care, ambulatory care. I think being good as a department head has really allowed me to bring that up to another level and deliver good services across the system.
And what is the most satisfying part of what you do every day?
One of the things that I feel very fortunate that I get to do every day is that I work with every single kind of person that there is. I work with an entry-level worker who might not even be an American citizen that's trying to come in and get a job and get an education. And I work with the surgeon who does more bariatric surgeries than anybody in Ohio. So being able to work with all those different kinds of people and do it effectively, I think has allowed me to develop a skill set that I would not have gotten in any other kind of job.